Hello and welcome to Affinity. This picture here has got a fairly weak sky, so it'd be nice to put something else in behind it. So here's a way of going about that. So first of all, we're going to go to the mask here, right click it and go for a hue range mask. And we want to go get the sky up here, so I'm just going to go to the picker here and click on here. And that gets most of the sky. I can play around with this now to bring up the areas which are not needed. Although if I'm not careful, I can start to deselect things like this that I don't particularly want. I want to kind of keep that because this is what I'm going to select, so I can replace it. But also at the same time, look here, I'm actually missing out areas here. So what I'm going to do with this, because a lot of this is monochrome, and the thought on that is well, that's kind of luminosity. So if I click on here again, then go to the mask again, right click and go to a luminosity range mask. And now I want to take out those things. So if I pull this down here and kind of go across here, you can see it's kind of taking it out, but it's kind of taking out the background there as well. So I want to keep the background in, so I can kind of pull this up here and play around with this to get the best kind of optimum between those two. So that's roughly okay. Although if you look on here, when we get to the edges here, you start to get a bit of sort of jaggedness on this. So what I'm going to put in here again, just to show you how I'm going to do it, is a blur. So I go to the live filters, Gaussian blur, and just turn this up a bit until it softens those edges, which are going to be otherwise are going to be a bit hard. So how I'm going to handle all this together, so because I want to be able to apply it to this, I could do a duplicate like this and then use that, but it's best wherever possible to only have one original pixel layer, so you can then apply changes to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put above here, I'm just going to take this down to the bottom here, and it's going to drag these out and down the bottom, so they're kind of out the way, but we still got them here. So here we've got our original picture. Then there we go. Now I'm going to put in a replacement sky, and for that I'm going to use a fill layer. So I'm going to go to layer, new fill layer, and I'm going to put that above so I can see that. But then to do this I want to put in these, so I can just drag these up. So put in the hue range to that, drag up here onto the icon of that, there we go. And also in that I'm going to put the blur, so drag on the blur. So what we've got is the background layer, and you can see we can now use these. So I can say go to the blur, for example, and play with the radius of that, and you can see there's a point at which sort of it goes rather wild. So what I want to do is get in close to this and turn it up just enough to soften it, but without it turning into some sort of weird halo effect. So there we go. Otherwise I've got that very chunky edge, that pixelated edge, just to break that up a little bit. Then what I'll do now, Control 0 here, because it's a fill layer, I'm going to put a gradient into it to make it a little bit more realistic. Click on the gradient tool, go from the top and drag down just straight down here to the horizon. Then for the top colour there, I'd like that to be a kind of teal colour. For that you get a straight line there. So teal's between cyan and blue, so maybe somewhere up here. But it's all fairly, just looking at that colour here. And then the bottom one, I'm going to also do a teal, but a bit lighter one, so somewhere up here. So there we go. So I've got from the top one there to the lighter one. Maybe I'm going to just turn that up a bit there, so I'm getting that lighter down horizon. It just makes that a little bit more realistic. So there we got, and we can go back and change any of these, a dynamic selection of the sky, with these. If I do before and after, you can see it's pretty close, but I can even go in there going, oh, let's try changing some of that. What if I bring that luminosity here? If I bring this down here or bring it up, I can see I'm changing the way that I select it, because this is live, so I can get the optimum amount for this, just to make it work best for this particular environment, this particular picture. What I can do as well, because I've got my original picture here, I can now do things like, I can say, let's sharpen this. So I'm going to go to live filters here and put let's just put an unsharp mask on that, so it's put it above there. That's, by the way, because I've got it on here at the assistant. I've got adding adjustments and filters as new layers. And now I can just turn up the radius a bit, turn up the factor a bit, and sharpen the picture there, so I can go in and see what I'm doing. So I can, let's bring that up a bit there. Seldom take the radius over 1. Just make it that bit better, so you can see before and after, before and after, so you can see what you've done to it. But this is dynamic, this is live. I am not erasing and doing anything I can't undo or readjust later. And so there you go, very simple way, putting in the sky, see, before and after, using the original picture with some pretty tricky edges and so on here. That's it, and thank you very much for watching.